Hello everybody, hope you're all well. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. It is the weekend. It is time to hit the boot sale. I'm in the mood to find some bargains today. I thought it's been a while since we did a bit of a challenge at the boot sale, so I was thinking today perhaps we could go looking for some real bargain items, see what I can find for your 50p's and £1. Do we set a limit? Maybe we say £20 for the limit. I will probably have some spare cash in my wallet tucked away towards the back, but perhaps if we say that, that will kind of keep me in check. And yeah, I thought it'd be fun to do a little bit of a challenge at the boot sale today. I don't have anything really particular in mind that I'm after, although if there's any nice autumny bits, that might be quite nice, and kind of autumn seasonal decor perhaps. I don't know. We'll just see what's there and have a proper little rummage, treasure hunt, see what we can find at bargain prices. I'm up in the ensuite in the loft. I think this is my favourite room for showering in, but I do kind of go between the two depending on, honestly, depending on kind of which one I fall into. Sometimes I've just gone straight into the bathroom downstairs and I end up in that shower, and sometimes I come up here, but I do love this one. I would say I'm very, what's the word, stripped back in terms of my getting ready routine. I'm one of those people where if you are getting ready with me in the morning, I'll be ready very quickly. I don't faff about. Maybe I faff about a little bit more if I'm filming, actually, to be fair. That takes longer. But day to day, especially at the weekends, I like to keep things very simple. I like to let my hair dry naturally. I do style it quite a lot when I'm filming, so I will use hair straighteners. You might have seen me using those on the train. I kind of blow dry it. Basically, my hair is poker straight, which I think makes it quite difficult to style. I would love to have a kink in my hair and natural curl, because I feel like when you've got that as a guy, you just have this really lovely wavy look, whereas my hair, it is poker straight. So if I leave it to dry naturally, sometimes it will fall into place okay. Other times if I've slept on it, it will just poke up like, yeah, just stick up completely straight line. So it does take a little bit of styling, and that's where I will use the hair straighteners. Then I'll go on with some product and some hairspray, so my hair does get a battering. So at the weekends, I do like to keep things very simple. I have a shower, wash my hair, leave it to dry naturally. Don't faff about too much with shaving or anything like that. I'm just gonna let my beard grow, and usually if I'm not filming for a few days in a row as well, I won't dye my beard, so I'll try and like save up the beard dyeing, because the thing with dyeing a beard is it grows out really quickly, so you kind of have to maintain it. So I do like to have those days when I'm at home or when I'm just doing not much, where I'll let that grow out as well. I haven't given you an update for ages on my nails. Some of you may remember that they were in really bad condition, and I just thought I would show you. Basically, they had ridges in them, which when I googled it, it said can be a sign. I think it was like stress or aging. I thought, great, here I am with like ridges in my nails, particularly on my thumbs. You can just see a tiny bit left on this thumb where it's almost like split a tiny little bit, but I have overall managed to get them back ship shape with a bit of attention to my diet, and also attention when I'm using cleaning products, any chemicals, anything like that. I've been really mindful to make sure I'm protecting my nails, whether that's by using like rubber gloves or washing them and then putting like nice hand creams on. And yeah, they have slowly but surely, also keeping them trim as well, they have slowly but surely got back to how I remembered them before they got into a bad condition. So I haven't had to use any of those polishes you might remember that I bought that was like the protectors. I haven't used those for a long time. The other thing I would recommend if you do have damaged nails is not to do anything to the surface of them, because I'd used those buffing things to kind of get the shine on them, and I think that might have contributed to weakening the surface, and then I think that allowed maybe like the chemicals when I've been using cleaning products to penetrate through and dry them out, and that's where the cracking and the ridges started. But yeah, my nails are in good condition now. I'm feeling fairly happy with my skin, although today, you know, it's morning, I haven't had my coffee yet, so really excuse the skin situation. But yeah, with my skin, I just wash my face in the shower with just water and sometimes shower gel. I mean, I'm not the person to come to for the skincare advice, but I do find that just splashing my face with cold water at night and washing it just with water, unless I've got makeup on, that sort of works for me. And I always use my SPF and my moisturiser. Now, my hair is an area that I am now focusing on, so I feel like I've nailed the nails, if you'll excuse the pun. Now I'm looking at my hair. I don't know about you, but sometimes when it's up like this and I style it and get the tongs on it, I've noticed that here I am getting a little bit, there is a word for this and I've forgotten what it is. I have been blessed with thick hair, so it may be going grey, but at least I've got a fair amount of it. But I've noticed that where I'm styling it, this area here is lessening, and I've also noticed sometimes in the plug hole, you know when you're cleaning the shower out, hair within that. So I feel like I have been losing a little bit, and it doesn't seem to be alarm bells, but I'm all about the prevention. With this in mind, I have started using Hair and Me, who are very kindly working with me on today's video. And I'm really chuffed to have discovered them, because I feel like this could be the solution and prevent this from getting any thinner. So Hair and Me is a personalised hair regrowth treatment which helps to reduce shedding and combat thinning to give you thicker and denser hair. It uses scientifically proven ingredients that aren't available on the high street, and it's designed by dermatology clinicians who are experts in hair care. I have the capsules here. This is how they arrive. They're in this really handy little container which says for Mr. C, 28 capsules, and with these you take one capsule every day before bed. I always have water before I go to bed anyway, so I just swallow one of these capsules before I go to sleep and know that it's working its magic overnight. That's what they look like. When you sign up to Hair and Me, it will ask you a series of questions, and it also asked me to submit some photographs of my hair from different angles to show my hairline and what its current condition is like. And this is reviewed by the experts who will then come up with a personalised plan for you. So it's not like a one-size-fits-all solution. This will be specifically designed for your hair. Yeah, I'm just starting out with Hair and Me. I think it will take some time to see the results. As with my nails, these things do take time, but really worth, I think, putting that little bit of extra care into your routine to get those results long term. So I'm really excited to see how my hair improves with this, knowing that this is backed by dermatology clinicians who are experts in hair health. I know that this has those ingredients that are proven and really effective. I've had a little look on the website at some of the before and after pictures of happy customers, and some of the results I've seen on there are fantastic. So do have a little look for yourself if you're interested. They've also given me a discount code for you to use, which is Ewan Hair, and that will get you your first month for £4.99, which will save you £30. So yeah, all that information will be in the description box for you if you do want to check them out, have a little look at the results of happy customers on their website, and yeah, make the most of that discount code. And then you can start your own online consultation with them today. But yeah, for me today, I think I'm just gonna rough my hair up a little bit. I might put like a tiny, I've got sometimes I use like a wax and I just put like a tiny little bit in just to stop it going too wild, or sometimes for the boot sale it's a cap day. I do have a few bits from Primark to show you. They had a few good bits in their kind of end of summer season stock sale. How many more words can I say beginning with S? Shall we sip the strong, slightly stewed no let's have a quick sip of the coffee. That's what I'm gagging for, and I'll show you all the bits that I picked up from Primark, and then we'll head to the boot sale and see what bargains we can find for around that 50p, £1 mark. Chosen to sit here for one reason only: obsessed. Maybe this could be my little filming corner, just prop things randomly on the stairs. Although it's a bit echoey in the hallway landing here, but yeah, I just love sitting on the stairs now. I'm so happy with this carpet. But yeah, let me show you the bits from Primark. They had their end of summer sale on, So I got some real bargains. I got a couple of these vests. I have these already, and these were down to £2 from only £3 to begin with. But yeah, for £2, I thought they're fantastic. I've just got this kind of off-white creamy colour, and then also this really nice kind of like biscuity beige. And then I got this linen shirt. I think you can't go wrong with a linen shirt. This is linen mix, but it is linen and cotton mix. And this was half price, down to £7, and a really nice kind of faded greyish green colour. It's looking more grey on camera, but yeah, in the daylight, let's put you next to the London Stone, darling, and see how you're comparing. Can you see? It's looking quite grey on camera. But yeah, I can assure you it is a rather nice green, in fact. And then I got some of these shorts. I've actually got the trousers of these, this material. I have found so comfortable over summer, this kind of waffly material. And these were down to £4 from 14 with the drawstring waist, which I thought was such a steal, but also just really kind of classic and timeless and goes nicely. All of this I can mix and match very nicely in my holiday wardrobe. So yeah, very pleased with those. And then finally, one more pair of shorts, and it's this kind of stripy, crinkly material. It's just like a little black stripe and an off-white creamy colour short, and relaxed fit again. These were down from £16 to just £4. I think you can't beat the end of summer for picking up bargains, and you know, I do like to shop, sale shop, that's the word. So yeah, very happy with those. So yeah, I'm gonna finish my coffee, get my bag together, and let's go and see what we can find for some bargain prices down at the boot sale today. Oh, hello, Pumpkin. Pumpkin has claimed this basket as his bed. I might borrow this bag in case I get extra bargains. But yeah, you chill out there and let's see what Daddy can find down at the booty. And here's Mittens. Are you a bit sleepy? Are you a little bit sleepy? How are you? Oh yeah. Why don't you go back to sleep? What's on the agenda today? Any requests from the boot sale? New scratching post maybe? Is it? Yeah. I have made myself a coffee, and I have 2 of these Prince biscuits that I bought in Carrefour in France. And these are fabulous for dunking. This is where it drops into the coffee. I think this is one of my great pleasures in life. Coming home from the boot sale, making myself a nice drink, maybe a bicky or 2. And sharing what I've found, because we have found some good stuff today. I feel like the challenge has been completed. We've got some £1 items and some 50p items, and they're strong. I do have a £9 item. What am I totalling? Yeah, we are in the £20. Yeah, we're under the £20. So, without further ado, I hope you've got yourself a nice drink. I might need one more quick sip before we get into this, because I can feel the excitement building. I need to calm myself down a bit and show you everything that I bought. Come on, we found some Lush, didn't we? For the bargain price of, well, I was trying to haggle a little bit. I thought, let's try and get these £1.50p's. So the seller said £2 for this. Now I couldn't properly see what was in it. It said Christmas wishes and it said Christmas cranberry dream cream. I wasn't sure what Christmas wishes was. My lush memory couldn't serve me at the boot sale to tell me what that was. And yeah, I couldn't remember Christmas cranberry dream cream either. They're not kind of some of my familiar favourites. It's no Snow Fairy Twilight situation, that's for sure. But I thought, well, it's beautifully wrapped, and she said £2. I said, would you take £1 for it? And she was very happy to take £1 for it. So this was £1, and yeah, I have actually had a little sneak peek already because, you know, couldn't resist when I was down the calf. I had a little peek in the box. So in here we have two things. We have the Dream Cream body lotion. I've had a little look at the dates on these as well. So this one says use by the 7th of the 12th, 25. So all good. And it smells really lovely and kind of wholesome. It's just a really nice, rich, creamy body lotion. And it's got that really kind of nourishing scent. It says our lavender chamomile and over 30% oat milk cream is clinically shown to soothe irritation and dryness, with 85% of participants reporting reduced redness and significant improvement to their skin. So this sounds like a really lovely product. And also in here, it's kind of stuck at the bottom. Let me see if I can wriggle it out. It's got that funny kind of popcorn stuff in here. There we are. We have a beautiful bar of soap, and I love the Lush soap. Oh, it smells really lovely. It smells really kind of fresh and fruity. It's kind of grapefruity. Does it say in here what we've got? Sometimes it tells you, doesn't it? Oh, there we are. Yeah, Christmas cranberry. So Christmas cranberry is a soap, and it's a very nice smelling soap as well. Maybe I'll pop those into my advent calendar. So next up, we have another £1 item. This was no haggle. It was just £1 when I asked the seller, although it does say £5 on the tag here, and it has the original price of £11.99. And as you can see, this is from Zara Home, and it's a single placemat, and we have two different sides to it. So it has this quite nice little brown, sweet little flower. Then it also has the check side, and I thought for autumn, this is really nice just to pop down in the middle of the table. So I don't tend to use like lots of placemats, but I'll sometimes use like, I can't get my words out today. I will sometimes use just one in the center of the table, or two just to pop hot dishes down and things like that. So just like run them down the center. So I thought just for the middle of the table, or even for like a side table, that was rather lovely, especially for £1. It's fab, isn't it? Nice bit of Zara Home there. And then a 50p item. There was a stall that had everything down to 50p. I think they'd reduced everything. I went a little bit later, which I think is kind of becoming my go-to at the boot sale for getting the bargains. And in the 50p clothes rail, I spotted this Gap shirt. And this is a size XL, just a really nice simple cotton blue shirt. It was actually beautifully steamed or ironed. It smells, you know, and the washing powder just smells incredible as well. So all beautifully clean, and yeah, was ironed, but it has been crumpled up in my bag. But I thought that was really good for 50p, and I've inspected it because sometimes there's like signs of fading or deodorant marks or, you know, dirt around the neck, and it's all really lovely. So it's in really good nick, and yeah, just like a nice classic blue shirt. I think you can't go wrong with one of them, really. Timeless and chic. Nice with, you know what I'm going to say, don't you? What am I going to say that would be nice with? Pair of chinos, or jeans, brown boots, white trainers. You can't go wrong. So, on to some more. Have we got another 50p item? Yes, we do. This was 50p. This is like a wicker. I guess it's like a plant holder. You'd put a plant pot in there. I think it's got like a little bit of soil in the base, to be honest. Yeah, a little bit of soil down there. So I think a plant has been in there. I quite like the way this one really sticks out, like at the sides. It's quite like a steep angle on that, but I thought it'd be quite a nice little waste paper bin. So if I give that a good wash and get the soil out, I think that would be quite a nice little bathroom bin. Don't you think? Maybe for the ensuite. Nicer than a plastic bin, eh? And I guess I could always put like a little plastic, what's the word for a baby bin liner? There's a word for them, isn't there? I've forgotten. Next time I'm in B&M in the bin bag aisle, I shall look out for some of those smaller little, oh, what is the word? Clearly haven't had enough coffee today. And then on to some £1 items. And I do have a £2 item as well. So the £1 items, well, first of all, there was a stall that had a few items just separated on the table, all at £1, in which I spotted this mug, which I thought was delightful. And it actually has a little imprinted logo on here, as you can see. And this says Gloucester's, but not Gloucester's as in the place. There's no U in this. So yeah, I think that's the brand. I haven't looked it up yet, but the glaze on that is beautiful, isn't it? This nice grey, and quite a nice little size. It's like larger than an espresso, or you get a nice little short, like a little latte, or a small herbal tea if you didn't want too much liquid, or a nice double espresso, something like that. Maybe a nice pumpkin spice, maybe, a bit small for that maybe. But then I also picked up this candle, and this is brand new, and I think this is a really good quality one. It smells like excellent quality, and it says handcrafted in England, and this is orange spice, so maybe another thing that I can pop into the old advent calendar. Oh, one of those ones where you get the lid off, it smells like immediately you get that scent. Oh my goodness, that smells amazing. Nice and festive, nice and fruity. Goes quite nicely actually with the soap that I picked up. And yeah, Hobo & Co. I feel like I've got one of these candles before at the boot sale. Fantastic, and brand new as well. That would make a nice little gift, wouldn't it? I think the boot sale is a brilliant place to pick up presents. If any of you are starting your shopping early, it's a great place to pick up some bits. I mean, this as well, in the packet, this was £1 as well. The seller who was selling this also had a really lovely, unique Christmas Starbucks mug, but I did resist because, you know, can't be filling up the cupboard again with Starbucks mugs. But it was beautiful. It had a lid on it and like a little gold embellishment. I think she wanted £10 for it, which is probably quite a good price for one of those. But yeah, I did resist. But I bought this from her. I have a feeling this might be from one of those cheap websites. It's either from somewhere like Zara Home, or it's from one of the cheap websites where they do kind of like all the knockoffs of that kind of stuff. But either way, I thought it was lovely. It's more for display, isn't it? I don't know what sort of snack situation you'd put in there. Oh my goodness, I could put pumpkin and mittens snacks on there. I could make them one of those little picky bits boards and just put their little dreamies or their little different bites on. Or like little, I could have like a little pile of like wet cat food and a little pile of dry. Oh my goodness, I should have got the other one now. There was 2 of them. Why didn't I think of that whilst I was there? That would have been so cute. Pumpkin and mittens to have their own little serving board each. Right, next time if I see another one of these, you know what's happening. And you know what for. And then the last thing from the same stall actually, I got this. I bought this beautiful mug. I was humming and hawing. They wanted £3 for it. And it was getting near the end. And I just thought this was really lovely. Now, do we think this has been sort of handcrafted somewhere? Or is it one of the shops that does this kind of thing? I feel like it might have been just because of the way this part's been done. It does look like it could have been on a potter's wheel, I think. And a lovely glaze. You've got like the raw clay down here and then a nice smooth glaze to drink out of, which is obviously quite nice. And I went back and I asked, what's your best price on the mug? They'd said, yeah, £3. And I was hoping maybe £1. And then she said £2. So I thought, yeah, let's take it for £2. And yeah, I know I don't need these mugs. You don't have to tell me, but we'll switch around and, you know, we'll have another edit. But I just thought for the challenge as well, great to include this one. I couldn't not bring that back for £1 as part of the challenge, could I? And then this one was just, look, together. I mean, it's all just lovely stuff. Imagine these on the little chopping board, and then we can put the little Zara Home situation. It's fab, isn't it? It looks like it's straight out of one of those fancy lifestyle edit type shops or magazines. Loving this. And then with the candle as well. And then all I need to do is have my Lush bath, put my blue shirt on, and I'm good to go. So that is all the bits kind of from the, well, I know I've gone to £2, but your 50p, your £1 bargains. And then I did spot this, and I knew this might happen. There is a stall that has a really lovely collection of kind of vintage, more curated pieces, you know, and this is the sort of thing that I was really hoping to find in France. And when I saw this at the boot sale, I just thought it was lovely. I love the hooks. I love the wash of the wood. I love the fact that it's got so many hooks on here. So we've got 5 hooks. They feel quite sturdy, and then you just screw, obviously, this onto the wall to put them all up. And I think I'm going to put this into the hallway downstairs, and I think it'd just be quite nice to kind of keep it clear, but then it's quite nice for like guest coats, or maybe just for like the odd brolly or the odd thing. I don't want to like fill it with coats, but it might get a bit heavy. But I think just for like the odd thing, or even keys and things like that to be placed on it, it's very nice. It was priced at £12, and here's a little trick for you as well, because I was going to offer £10 for this. I just thought I'll just get a £10 note out of my wallet and ask her, would you take £10 for this? Thinking she'd probably say yes, as it's priced at 12. However, I asked her what her best price for this would be, and she looked at it and she said £9, so already cheaper than what I was prepared to offer. So if you're not confident, you know, offering something, I think asking somebody what their best price for something is a really nice way to kind of, it's a bit of a haggle, but then it's kind of a very polite way of doing it. But also, they might just immediately half the price or go to something much cheaper, especially if it's towards the end of the day. So yeah, this was £9. So I haven't added it all up just yet, but I think we're definitely under our 20. Maybe some of you have been keeping tally, so you can let me know in the comments what I have totaled. I would normally have a better idea of what I spent, but I got a load of change back when I paid to go in, because I paid with a £10 note, so I had loads of pound coins. So yeah, I kind of lost track of where my spending has got to. What's new? What's new around here? But yeah, that is it. That is my bargains from the boot sale. I hope you enjoyed this video and this mini challenge. Let me know if you'd like to see any more of these. Maybe we could do a festive one, or maybe we could do one where you all set me, how about you set me some things to look out for? Even if I don't necessarily buy them, it could be quite fun as a bit of a treasure hunt. If you wanted to pop into the comments of this video something quite specific to look out for, and then maybe I could just include it in the footage of a future boot sale video. That might be quite fun. Maybe it's one of those toys that you had when you were younger. Maybe it's a classic thing that you always see at a boot sale. Maybe it's just something really random and fun that I should look out for. Maybe if you do that, I could compile a little list, and it'd be quite fun to do that next time I am down at the booty. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know, out of my boot sale bargains today, which item was your favourite. And a big thank you again to Hair and Me for working with me on today's video. Do make the most of my code YouAndHair if you would like to get started with your consultation with them today. I'll leave all the information that you need in the description box. But yeah, that discount code for you is YouAndHair, and that will get you your first month for £4.99, saving you £30 with them. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day or evening, whatever time it is that you're watching this. Don't forget to make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of my future videos coming for you very soon. And thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.